Out of that survey, we garnered four important things that are very important. Students wanted control of their time, their path, their pace, and their place of learning. So with that in mind, we started to construct, if you will, in our minds, a school that could meet those needs. To give students control of their time, we had to remove the idea of class periods, class bells. Had to remove that. We had to have the school open much longer than that 7:30 to 2:30. And so we created a school that does that. To have control of their path, they needed to be able to work as long as they needed to in certain areas because that's what was exciting them that day. That's where they were feeling success. With the time spread out throughout the rest of those days and weeks and months to get the rest of the information they needed. They also wanted control of their pace. Their pace meaning if they were behind in a certain area, in a certain subject, they had the ability to work as long as they needed to. But the reverse was also needed to be true. If a student didn't need that time in that class because they had already had that information in a prior class or in a prior school, then why make them sit for 90 minutes or longer to understand information they already knew? So allowing them to pace forward. And then the place that they're learning. They could learn at the school. They could learn in the different environments in the school, in different teachers' classrooms as they chose. To learn perhaps outside of school as well as within the school walls. All of these things we gave credence to, and we honored them because in our school and our thought process, we put the student at the center of every decision we have made.
My typical day is I get here around 8:30. I go into Mrs. Nama's room, a room that just my social studies room, and I start working on whatever I feel necessary. And after, I just go to any classroom I want and keep on working.
Go to language arts, do that meeting, and then after that I kind of just did whatever I felt like doing or what I needed to do.
Mine is basically really different. I'm just a concurrent enrollment student, and I would just come here, clock in, and sit in a classroom that I feel comfortable working in, and just work on my college courses.
I come in, I sit down to a class that I desire, and I work on a class that I want to get a hit in.
I come to school and I go to my college classes, and there's a little downtime in between them where I can do all my college homework.
I check in, and then I can pick one of the many classrooms, and in there I use my laptop, and I'd log in, and then I'd pick one of the many classes that I would have, and I would just start working until if I had maybe an elective or if I wanted a break.
I have a class out west, weight training, for 90 minutes. Then I come here for a concurrent enrollment class.
Just doing my work, or either in the office, just on the computer working on language arts, the classes that I need to graduate.
Another outcome is this. Word has been spreading. We've had over 1,000 people from outside of this state come into the city to walk through that school. State leaders, principals, teachers, trying to understand how in the world could you do personalized learning and allow students to own their education in an urban setting and, by the way, in a state that funds at the lowest levels in the country. They walk through, they see the magic, and more importantly, you know what they see? They see that they can do this in their schools, because it is not about the school leader and it's not about the students. It's about the mindset that you can shift and transform your schools. Personalized learning is the wave of the future. It is the upcycle of education that we're looking for. It will take some time for some folks to understand that you can trust a 14-year-old to own their education and to accept it as something that's important for the rest of their lives. Another outcome might be, well, is this something that other people can implement? And I would like to share with you, indeed it is. We have many different states that are currently working with this. And I did say statewide organizations in education looking to see how they can now replicate personalized education. Powerful. But for the rest of the year, we're excited about just simply serving the needs and meeting the needs of the students in our city. So with that, I wanted to leave one final challenge to you. I'm tremendously passionate about transforming the lives of students through education and through this personalized approach. Passionate about the idea that we can shape the generations to come in our country in ways we have not thought about. And as such, I challenge you to think about education in ways that you can personalize and inspire that personalization to occur in the communities, in the cities, and the states where you live. Because it will be, in my opinion, the equity that we need to bring to our children throughout this country and the opportunity for all to truly experience an outcome of success. Thank you.